Not the Apollo, sis.
It did.
So, no, I want to get back to
To
it.
come into this, which y'all already laughing, is great.
I mean, that's what we've been on. We literally were just talking about school lunch and milk.
Because
Do
you
remember-
offered him chocolate milk.
Because-
Like that's an unconventional thing to offer somebody when they come. Like not even at your house. We're not even at your
We're
home.
not.
Like
But-
if I came over to your house and you offered me chocolate milk, I'd be like, wait a minute, what are the options?
So I really only say that when someone is like, is looking down on the liquor that they're offered. And he did do that to our wine. You missed it.
No, I didn't.
It's like, that's what you got?
And then he said, it's dry.
It was. This shit's dry as fuck.
Sorry.
Is that what you told her too?
What?
Oh, never mind. I'm just sorry.
Wow.
Sorry, I didn't know.
Out the
Moving
gates.
on. Next segment.
But no, and then that what led to us talking about school
Led
milk.
us?
No, school milk.
What?
Did you drink school milk? You my age.
Yes, leds us. Yes.
Led us?
I heard
Wait,
it. I caught it.
Is that not a word?
Nope, that wasn't correct.
Nope.
Just
But
incorrect
anyway.
grammar. You added a letter. It's okay.
Oh wait,
We
are
like
you
extras.
a fucking wordsmith too?
Yes, he's a songwriter. Hello. For
I
those
mean-
we just
That
jumped.
look
we
in your
just-
face. You a fucking. Like, I mean, if I hear it, I call it out.
Yeah, me too.
Oh shit.
Hello, grammar police. She
It's
knows.
nighttime. It's been a long day.
I know,
Y'all
it
think I'm
has.
supposed to get everything grammatically correct?
I'll just like not hear it. Just go for it.
I
what
mean-
we about to say? Man?
I was going to introduce our guest because this is the freshly squeezed segment. This is the freshly squeezed, a live freshly squeezed.
She just
segment.
came up with that, by the way.
Fresh juice. This is like real. This is fresh juice. Like
a
no
moment.
chocolate milk. This is a moment. This is all juice. Freshly
This is
squeezed.
a moment.
Freshly Squeezed is our segment during our regular See the Thing Is episode where we like to share different music and artists that we really love, fuck with. The music is great. Usually it's like on the newer side. We try to like find untapped there's a parade happening outside.
A parade.
This is New York City. What do we
Blah, blah.
expect?
Welcome to Brooklyn.
No, for real though. I was like, what's
Yeah.
happening out there?
Yeah, it's
The
a lot.
speakers were on the outside of the
Yeah,
vehicle.
They did that backwards. But yeah, so this is what we wanted to do, and you're actually our very first musical guest that we are having do this.
Cue the audience clap.
Yeah. We did. Yeah. We decided
Yes,
we have
you gotta
audience
go
clap.
ahead and play that.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please give it up for our guest, L.A.
Oh, hey.
No.
Oh,
it's-
hi.
The
No,
H is
you know what's
silent.
crazy? You know what's crazy? But we talked about this on our show, and I know we played one of your songs when your project dropped. I believe we played the one with Masego, right?
No, we played both actually.
I think we may have played
Y'all
both.
play both.
Oh, we
played
so
both.
did.
Oh,
You
y'all
was
like-
getting
Separate,
live
on
the
separate
scene.
occasions because
Supportive.
because the Raw single was first. So the one that we played first, and then I think we played someone else played the Masego one.
Do I need
My
to go out
city.
and tell these people?
It's not important,
They
but
gotta
thank you
chill.
for
No,
supporting both of you guys.
I mean, we had to support Aura 3. Had to. Aura 3 was released last month, and that was really exciting because April was a good month. I was born in April. My birthday was just passed. It's
April was
great.
way better than May.
Happy belated.
Thank you. Yeah. So it was. Oh. Yeah.
He
I don't
said
know if
it's
you
not
can-
picking up.
It's
So
not
we're-
picking
nope,
up. We're
we're
good.
all
Oh,
good.
okay, so they don't
Amazing.
even know. I'm
You
jamming.
can-
You already
he
know.
has headphones
and
on.
he got
All
the
right, great.
headphones. I just want to make sure y'all can't hear
It's a
blah,
vibe.
blah,
It's-
Brooklyn out here.
Yeah,
Okay.
so there's a subwoofer in somebody's dollar van outside, but we're okay. We're gonna push through. But yeah, so LA, you dropped this project, and so we just want to have you come on and kick it with us, and we could talk music, we could talk life, we could talk dry ass wine. We led with chocolate milk because that's what Mandy offered you upon entry, which was clearly not on
It
the
was
rider.
only because he talked shit about the wine and was like, it's a little dry.
There's
And I
a
said, "This is what
massive
you
gap
get."
between chocolate milk and wine. I just want to point that out.
Can I ask you what?
We gotta hit some other juices at one point in between.
what did you want? What is your go-to liquor?
Hennessy.
Hennessy is the go.
When the ladies come over, you're offering Hennessy still in your 30s?
Yeah.
Casamigos.
Okay, Casamigos is kind of what the girls want now.
Yeah.
Damn,
That's cute.
we really are aunties then, because here we are just Cab, Merlot,
Yeah.
a blend.
A blend.
What
a
would you
red
like?
blend. A red blend is such a cop out. Just say you don't know. Just say you didn't want to buy barefoot. Just say you didn't want to get yellowtail.
I don't even know much about wine, to be
Like,
completely honest.
No?
I know Pinot
Oh, don't do this.
Grigio.
Here you go. That's a white.
I know All right, let's move on. Fuck I'm talking about.
So what's funny is I know a lot of people, I was like, oh, you got to come on the show. And then you retweeted, we connected, and I was like, oh my
what
God.
happened was it was like some dude was like, you need to get LA on it. And you were like, I don't know who that nigga is. And I was like,
I probably did say, but and then you were like, I'll come on. And then I was like, oh my God, Bridget LA tweeted me. And she's like, girl, I know that nigga.
I was like, first of all, friend thief, I got real territorial. I was like, no, I know him in real life. Don't play with me.
I was like, oh my God, he follows me. Maybe we can get him on the show. Bridget was like,
Pipe down, sis.
after I saw that, I was like, yeah. Because I remember I responded to you. I was like, yeah, I'm good. Come over if you want me to.
Yeah.
And now we here.
And now we're here.
Audience clap.
we're here.
Clap. And you made it to New York. How long are you here? Because I know you just got here today, so I appreciate you. You know, I know you didn't get a nap after the flight, but
Yeah, nah, it's all good. I should be here a few days. We're just doing some press run stuff
but the band is here, so that means you get some live show action.
Stuff, yeah.
Is it like live show action, or is it just like for
Nah, it's like for
specific
YouTube.
events? Buildings?
Virtual still. How
Yeah.
has that been with you over the last year? I know I've asked Bridget the same thing, but
Sucks.
Yeah, it's
It's horrible. Fuck.
it's fucking horrible.
It is.
It's like
You're
because
singing to yourself.
we just shot something at Tree Sound down in Atlanta,
Oh, okay.
and like background singer, whole spread, bass, all that, live performance.
Yeah.
And me
You
trying
got
to
a piano?
Yeah.
Okay.
With
She
no-
made
with-
sure. She made sure, like
The only instrument that Mandy ever asks about, the only instrument Mandy ever hears is a piano. If we're sitting right on a couch and we're talking about the music, the dynamics of the music,
Like,
she'll go,
piano.
wait, but there's a piano, right?
Piano. There's definitely a piano in there.
Yes.
Yeah, got keys in there for sure. But the whole thing what I'm trying to explain is that the energy trying to do something live on like a virtual, it's just terrible. It's like trying to perform in front of no one.
Right.
Welcome to
And
podcasting.
trying to.
Shit.
Well, at least you
we
could just
sitting here
like.
hoping our jokes land when y'all listen back. There's no
That's actually
audience.
a good like
You know what I
comparison.
mean?
yeah.
We're actually, and you could tell we're mad old because Mandy and I will repeat jokes if we feel like it didn't land.
You like,
Y'all gonna get this.
I've been running back.
This was funny.
Mandy didn't laugh. She didn't hear me.
But yeah, that's what it's like. I mean, are you ready to get back and perform in front of people? And do you have any hesitation with all of the COVID shit and all
Absolutely
that?
not.
You said, fuck that, run me my check, huh?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like with the COVID stuff, I feel like if you
You
just
can
take
curse. It's okay. I know
take
you
the-
stopped yourself. You can say
I did
shit.
stop
It's
myself
okay.
right there. I feel like with the COVID shit, like it's just like you take the proper precautions, you're
Right.
good, And I'm vaccinated, so
You did get
I
vaccinated.
did get vaccinated, yeah.
Yeah, you're like
Wax and
one of
vax.
one in the state of Georgia that was like, oh yeah, this is a real thing.
Right. Well, it was because of that. It was like I want to travel. I want to,
Yeah.
and especially being an artist, I'm always on planes, and
Yeah.
so it was like
Have you been on a lot of planes since all the
I
COVID
was
stuff you were
on
traveling?
I was on a few planes like all during that
Yeah.
last year. trying to
Same. That's how I caught COVID. I'm just, my bad. I did get it in Mexico.
I
bitch.
really think you got COVID in the
That-
Bronx. I really do.
Me too.
Wait, did you
Me
really
too.
do it? Did you really get it?
I had to
Did
pick-
I?
She had
I
COVID
got it.
for a month.
I got it, and I did. I treated it like, kind of like an STD. All of my friends was good, so I went in like, all my friends tested negative. Go ahead and swap me up. That shit came back
Positive.
positive
2 seconds
within
later.
2 seconds. It was rapid as fuck.
It was rapid as fuck. The nurse was like,
They didn't even leave the room.
No,
Sis was like, okay,
You gotta come back.
the nurse was like, let me go ahead and get the doctor because, yeah, girl, it's positive. And I said, no way. What's the percentage of that?
Isn't that
60%?
crazy? But isn't that crazy about the COVID shit? Like you really feel like when you get a test, like it's an STD test.
Yes,
Like you're waiting for
yeah.
that shit to come back.
Because you feel mad guilty, like, fuck, am I embarrassed? Like, what am I?
Yeah,
I'm going
'cause
to have
it's
to
like-
call everybody. I'm going to have to tell my mom. I don't know how I'm going to handle this.
I will say
and if
what,
you get it, you gotta tell. You gotta like
Right, you
make
gotta
that
call
call.
people.
Like, hey, if you was around me, bro,
listen,
like
I will say,
My bad if I dapped you
My
up
bad if I
last
dapped-
week, bro.
I hope it makes it easier.
one time.
Right.
I hope it makes it easier for people to go get tested STD wise and communicate those results now. Because like we're all talking about you got tested, like the conversation and the lingo is a little bit more.
I doubt it.
Oh shit. No?
People with the clap are not going to feel any better. There's never going to be a moment
I
that's
think I
like,
got to clap. I'm going to the door. No one does.
No?
They
But
take
you
it-
don't think
that's
it's like, hey,
personal
I'm so sorry that I gave you syphilis, but at least it's not COVID. It's like,
shit.
huh?
No.
That's
I mean, we
horrible.
was saying, hey, I got a little cough. I'm going to go get tested. You might want to get tested. Ain't nobody going to say,
Speaking
I'm a
of,
little itchy. I'm a
No,
little itchy
I'm
down there.
vaccinated.
Okay.
I'm
Oh, yeah,
vaccinated.
she's
I'm
vaccinated.
Oh,
good.
you got vaccinated too? Okay, good.
I did.
Yeah.
I never
Which one
got
you get?
COVID. Moderna.
Pfizer gang? Okay.
No, I was sick. Moderna man down. That's what I call it.
Okay, gotcha.
Because a bitch was down for 3 days. Okay?
Really?
3 days.
Do you
Shot
know-
number 2 took me out.
Do you know Jeff Giddy, the guitar player in LA? No.
Getty Images? No? Okay. Yep.
But it's a guy over there.
Guitar.
He
no. Closer to piano. The
He said
pictures.
he took the Johnson & Johnson and he said he fainted like
Oh.
directly
Oh my God.
afterwards. I was like, they need
No, that's not funny. But I would,
fix they shit.
if I was there in that moment and I saw somebody faint,
I'm leaving.
I'm out.
I'm out. It's
I
a
don't
wrap.
want to get vaccinated. You can keep both Johnsons. I'm good.
Not keep both Johnsons. See, it landed. That was cute. That was funny.
That was good. That was good.
We got to get the
Yo,
little...
the audience laughter. Yeah, like,
I'm so glad it landed. Oh my God.
that's
So
great.
I want. I know recently, and I heard through just the grapevine of what's been going on. B Dot was recently on Mano's pod, if I'm not mistaken, and there was a conversation about a friend and them telling you whether your content or song or project is trash or not. Especially when y'all are cool. Now y'all had a story, and I would love for you to share it because I think we could
First off,
dive into that.
Great
you said-
segue.
Yo, Mandy.
That was
that was the best
that
segue
was
she's
good,
ever
right?
had. See,
That was great.
I mean,
for Savon to give credit like that, it was the best
Yeah,
ever.
that
That's
was
the best segue she's
hands
ever
down.
had.
damn. I mean, I ain't gonna hold you. My
Smoked it.
segues be like,
Yeah.
so speaking of a hard one,
You're like,
Right.
and then
That's terrible, but that was great. What you just did.
Of course, before all of the cameras and stuff got on, again, I thought I was doing something like, ooh, LA followed me. Maybe he'll come on. You actually have a rapport with LA, and you guys recorded a song together. So can we hear a little bit about why ain't nobody ever heard it?
no. No. No, because.
Propaganda.
Oh,
Oh my God, that is.
Oh, nigga, you better give us some vocals.
Oh no.
So go ahead. What happened, Bridget?
God. Well, speaking of like just of wanting to spare people's feelings when you're in the studio, he was working.
They don't see this.
No, they were so talented,
So
right?
nice.
And so nice. It's so shitty.
No,
when-
no.
No,
But
let's talk
people
about
are
it.
so
Yeah.
nice.
So I go
You
to the
talk about
studio.
it.
I go
Okay,
to the
let's-
studio, right?
We're in
Yes.
LA. We're in LA.
We're in
LA
LA.
in LA.
We're in LA.
You should do a documentary called LA in LA. All right, sorry.
And we're
carry
going to
on.
film it here in Brooklyn.
in
this studio with the clouds.
because these clouds look like LA. This is what we want the smog to look like. Virgin
With
America flights.
with the parade outside.
With the
No, so I'm in LA, right? So I'm working on the project Trouble in Paradise, which came out in 2019. Go get that. And I was working on record. Wait, first off, the producers came to the studio, and I'm thinking like anytime I do a session with a producer, they come loaded. I'm talking about like they got a folder,
folders on folders.
folders on folders.
But that's also because you produce as well. So it's kind of like they know they can't show up with just with
Well,
like one or two usually
this
because you
particular-
already got 50 11 more
This
of your own.
particular session, these niggas came with one song, one beat,
Wait.
one song written. And I said, "Is there any more?" He said, "Nope. That's all I had time to work on." I said, "All right, we'll load it up then. We'll try it." Started working on it. I think I said, "Bridget, hey, here comes the studio."
Bro, pull up. What are you doing?
Pull up on me real quick.
Pull up.
She came in there, she was being nice. She was like, "Yeah, this is great." I said, "Yeah, go throw some backgrounds on that shit for me." You should did that. And then we left the studio. We were like, that shit was terrible.
We both looked. I was like, so he's like, yeah, that shit was terrible. I was like,
yeah.
oh, all right,
So
well,
we're going to forget it.
we'll forget that ever happened. I guess
This
we'll have to.
session, yeah.
How often does that happen? Is that something that happens often?
No. That's why it was just such a crazy thing for me. I was like,
But we had fun.
We did have
We had
fun.
a great
We had a
time
great
in the
time.
studio. We really did. He was
Can-
playing piano.
Can I hear a little bit of it or no? We
Nope.
don't get that?
No, it was called propaganda.
Okay.
That's all you need to know. Yeah.
it don't even make sense to say the name because it's not even on the internet nowhere. So you can't go get it. or
What
listen to it.
was the song about? Did y'all at least have feeling towards
I don't even
it?
know. I don't even know. I don't know. And we stacked so many vocals on that. We tried.
Vocals.
It was just we
He put a guitar solo on it.
He did. They were in there being musical as fuck, and I was in here like, square peg, circle hole. Let this die. Just let it die.
No.
Let it die. Yeah, it was bad.
Now, something that I also, it was something that got brought back as a rewind. R.I.P. DMX. He was announcing like the last album. He said, this will be my last album. He was sitting on the couch of 106 and Park and said that as an artist, not only do you not get the percentage you're supposed to be owed, but everything comes out of your pocket. The studio sessions, touring, sometimes all of that. Was that something that you just had to eat? That recording session? That recording session.
Oh,
How does that work for y'all?
It came out the budget for sure, and you know,
and that sucks.
That sucks, right?
Well, when you look back at it, like, you know, that's always. But at the time, you're not thinking about it because you're not. It's not
make for great stories though. Like
yeah.
this, like.
Does it? No, a bitch be mad when I pay for all this as a podcaster and the shit is trash. And now I'm like, well, bitch, we gonna put that shit on Patreon.
We do this.
We gonna use the goddamn content.
Right. It's a little different. You're not thinking about it when you're in the space. There's no concept of what shit is gonna cost. I think there was only one session I had that I was like, oh my God, this is so expensive.
And actually, when you go in the studio, you never know what you're gonna get. So it's like sometimes you come out with nothing. Sometimes you come out with gold.
Yeah.
And other times you come out like that session where it was like, what is this?
I was confused. We just spent 5 hours here. What is this? How did we get
nothing
here?
to show for it. This is terrible.
5 hours?
Mad guitar solos.
I'm talking. He was tracking.
He was good. He was.
No. Delete that. Let me run it again.
He was like, no, just take it back from the beginning. It's cool. Just create another track. We were like, bro, this is not Purple Rain. You have to relax.
I think I got video from that session too. Still,
probably.
I need a doc on that. I need a doc on that. So for those of you who are tuning in, we appreciate y'all. Don't get hyped like you about to get 2 episodes every week either.
No.
So for this, we do want to talk about your most recent project. Okay. And we wanted to go not only through the songs. I'm feeling a little bit of them more right now, currently, in where I lie relationship wise. But I wanted to go through maybe where you were on some of these songs and maybe we can get some of the videos playing in the background. Where do you want to start? You want to start with fun facts maybe before we get into the real content?
I want to know some fun facts. I want to share some fun facts, and I want to know some fun facts. I want to know some
fun facts about you.
Okay.
What's a fun fact about you that people never ask you?
I feel like I'm like super like just what you see is what you get. So I really don't have anything.
No hidden gems. You
know me.
No inside pockets.
I don't really like, really have a lot about.
I didn't realize how funny you were though when until I actually met you. And I was like,
and that's
oh
what
shit.
The label is keeps saying that like you gotta get your personality out there more. I just be chilling like.
And so,
you're like, no.
What's crazy about you saying that though? Bridget actually spoke about how when she started as an artist, it was just more so the music, and pinning her with the right people. But you're saying now, and that's what I told you a little bit. Like we had that conversation about how now it's more than just talent. You have to kind of be a personality, but in your lane. But in your lane, you have like the Bryson Tillers and the guys that are private that are still like.
I have no idea what Bryson Tiller's speaking voice sounds like, and I don't care.
No,
I don't give a fuck.
Is that what you say back to the label? Like, is there anyone where you're like, well,
nah, because this isn't my I was on Atlantic for like 4 years. So like now I'm on Capitol and Motown. So it's like I feel like I done been trying to figure out what this niche is for a long time now. So
do you feel like you have it?
I feel like I'm getting there. I mean, it's like being an artist is tough. It's a difficult job to constantly find stuff to talk about, but also like being vulnerable and transparent all the time.
Do we need to just dig into what that is right now, even too? I mean, Bridget and I have been look, the sigh. Can we make that into a meme, please?
I've had a few conversations with you about this, so I already know.
We've talked at length.
In lengths of this.
We have talked at length about the downtrodden feelings about being an artist.
I think a while ago, me and Bridget for like an hour straight about just how shitty both of our careers was going.
We felt. Yes. Oh, yes. We were just like, isn't this fucked up? Yeah, and fuck that person, right? And didn't you hate? I hate that song. Me too. It's like literally for an hour, just straight, just talking about the gripes of the industry, because I hated that in the beginning, right?
Right.
More so, what I hated about being forced to share stuff was the fact that I wanted to do it in a different way. Like, I always wanted to host. I always wanted to talk. I always wanted to be around other people and be able to converse and laugh and create connections that way, separate from making music and performing and doing all that on stage. I always wanted to have those two things kind of coexist simultaneously without having to cross, right? And, you know, the social media presence aspect of it really did not allow for those two things to ever be separate.
Right.
Everything had to be oversaturated, overexposed all the time, to the point where, you know, I got exhausted with trying to live the kind of life that would be worthy of social media and music. Does that make sense? So, like, rather than create something that I'm actually inspired by that feels good to me, I'm thinking about
what people are perceiving it as.
What are people? How are people gonna? Are people gonna be? Are girls gonna be with on their Instagram stories with the filter on their face with my song playing in the background? I'm thinking about that now when I make music.
Is this a caption?
Is this a caption? Are my lyrics caption worthy now? Because it's always Drake. Why is it always Drake? Anyway.
Well, mine is J. Cole.
Oh, God. We know. Dreamville. We know.
Like, what does it say on my Airspace and Squarespace and all that shit? I don't know. I've been rapping it, though.
The new hit. The new album. She's
the new
obsessed
album.
with.
Yeah.
But yeah. Do you feel like this project is, I mean, are you happy with the life that you lived to get this project? Does that make sense?
Are you saying, like, I'm sorry, this bug, my bad.
I'm so sorry. I wish we had the bug zapper. Are you
saying that, my bad, I'm causing attention
No,
elsewhere.
it's okay. I'm going to find it. I'm really good at killing bugs.
It's
Fun
right
fact
here.
about me.
She really does.
I really do kill the bugs. We have a plant in our other pod studio. I'm going to find it and I'm going to kill it before the day is over.
But are you asking, am I happy with how the trajectory of my career has gone to get to this point? Is that what you're asking?
No, I'm asking if you're happy. I'm asking if you're happy with the life, with the life that you lived in order to create Aura 3.
That's deep.
She is a deep person.
That's deep.
Look.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, because
sometimes we'll make music just to fucking make music and put shit out.
For
so
sure.
when we live through things, like, I can think about projects that I'm like, man, I was living a life when I did that project. Like,
Right.
I'm really happy. I was confident. I was proud. I was like in my bag writing wise. I was coming up with all these different kinds. I was super inspired. I mean, there's projects or songs that I've done that I'm like, this was a crock of shit and I know it was shit and it was a throwaway, but here we are throwing it away.
Yeah. I think I'm cool with everything, how everything has been and how everything is going.
Yeah.
You know, of course, I think everybody goes back sometimes when they're thinking about shit and thinking like, man, I wish I would have did that or made that turn or maybe talk to that person a little bit longer or see what he had to offer. I got a lot of that, whereas like in the beginning of my career, a lot of people was coming at me because they wanted to work or wanted to do business. But I had my sights on something specific. So I definitely missed out on a couple opportunities. So it's like things like that I think about now, where it's like if I would have made that decision, who knows where things would be now. But at the end of the day, you know, it is what it is. I'm here. So
That sounds a little bit like tunnel vision. And as far as maybe where you want to go, and if we're speaking even outside of artistry, just as creatives, I mean, there may be creatives that have pods or want to be in certain art galleries or want to be on certain networks and may turn down other opportunities until they get those.
Right.
You would advise that not to be the case for artists? Like, would you have wished you sat down with more of those people that weren't in your goal vision, essentially?
Yeah, I mean, I think I would have gave it more attention. I mean, I think like there's a bunch of people. I don't want to name drop, but there's a lot of people that like have were completely nobody at the time. And I was nobody either. And it had nothing to do with that. It was just, as a kid, all right, I'll just get straight to it. As a kid, you see record labels as that's the success. That's the height to reach.
Yes.
So if somebody comes at you and he's just a regular guy, independent, doesn't really know, or he's ground level, you looking at that as like, well, you're just starting. There's a company, a multi-billion or multi-million-dollar company, whatever, that is interested. I'm going to go there because I think like that I'll have the best chance there. And then not knowing like we're right around the corner from independency being
right
what it is today. Whereas like you want to be independent today with streaming. Like,
of course.
Right.
But streaming was like damn near unheard of when when Aura 1 came out, which was like 2014, 2015. People were just getting on that wave. Apple Music was just getting their beta version of it out. They sent me a beta version testing it out. Like, yo, can you test this out for us? I don't know what the fuck this is. Like, this shit's crazy. Spotify was just kind of figuring everything out. SoundCloud was the wave. That was like the new and fresh thing at that time. So I didn't. If I would have popped off in 2016, 2017, I think I would have stayed independent and kept shit going that way. But I decided to go. I just I worked with the cards that I was dealt with. You know what I mean? Or dealt. So yeah, it is what it is. I'm happy today, which is ultimately like where I'm at. So I'm good.
You look happy.
I'm all right. I'm cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I just got word like, my city just went to radio this week and got added to radio.
Okay. You want to talk about
New
that?
singles? Hey.
How, I guess, when you made this project, was this project created during quarantine? Did you have to reach out through people in different avenues that maybe that wasn't the way you reached out before? Like, how was this project incepted during COVID?
So
incepted, is that a word?
Yes.
I just be trying to use big
It's
words
a great
over
word.
here.
It was a great word.
Incepted,
Bitch, I've been
I like
reading.
it.
Incepted is a great word. I'm really proud.
I'm not mad at it.
I'd be so impressed with my friend. You see my friend? I'd be reading.
I gotta sit here up my wordsmith game sitting next to Bridget, and then this nigga already checked me too. I gotta sound smart with these two light skins. Shit. I mean, I am.
So basically, I parted ways with Atlantic the beginning of 2020, right? I think I might have texted Bridget that and just told her like I'm pissed. But anyway,
I think that was around the time when we had our conversation. We had our venting.
So at that time, I'm trying to figure out what's next. So I take my time to kind of like just grieve a little bit. Yeah. I don't mean like crying every night. I'm just talking like just kind of reflecting on what's
It's okay if you cry.
happened.
You're an R&B singer. You can cry.
You should be crying. You should be crying.
Dropping and
there has to be puddles.
And spinning.
Even if they're not your tears, there have to be puddles
one of these.
somewhere.
In a leather jacket.
A V-neck. I need a V-neck tee.
Open.
Ripped. With your V-cuts showing.
Gotta be that. Has to be. Has to be.
So I had worked on Aura 3 was a whole different project.
Oh.
Motown and Capitol came knocking around July-ish, August. And that's when I kind of like switched things up. And because I was working with, producers and stuff that I was like, I can afford this guy. I didn't even know who he was, but he was banging out some shit. And I'm like, I can pay for this dude, like shit. It's all good. And then they came, and of course, when you sign a deal, you get a budget, you can work with a little bit more people that you're, been wanting to work with. So I was able to kind of like switch things up. And then we're working on like a deluxe version of Aura 3 right now.
What that mean? 2 more songs? How this go with this shit? I be mad as fuck with them little deluxes. I be like, ooh, a bonus. What does it mean?
It's not a bonus.
I want to know what that means. That's what, when I see deluxe, it be at 2 more songs. You could have just
I've never heard anybody complain about the word deluxe.
But no, it's not 2 songs. It'll be like 5.
Oh, I thought you was going to say 3. I was about
great.
to jump over this couch.
Like 5, 6.
I know, sis. Deluxe. I'm about to change her name to Deluxe Savon. Savon's dog is in here ready to jump up on LA right now. She already changed her name to Deluxe.
Probably smells Mars.
Oh yeah. Yes. LA has a dog named Mars. Super cute.
I love it.
But what the fuck was we talking
Deluxe.
about?
Talking about Deluxe.
Yes.
Yeah, so like 5, 6 records, and that's probably gonna be from that first or 3. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So the first version of the project, I'll probably throw half of that on the deluxe so people can hear what was gonna come out. And there's a lot of records that people ask about today that I teased last year. It was like, why
that you
isn't
just
that
randomly put on Instagram?
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember that being a phase of like during quarantine where artists were like, okay, let's just drop stuff that some stuff I'm working on in the house.
People perceive,
and it's always makes me laugh because I'm like, LA really does this in his house, bro. Like this is really what he's creating in his house. Like he's really what he does every day.
Yeah.
But what happened to those records? So we're not using those as propaganda too? All right, heard.
Not propaganda.
Throwaways.
I really need
just
this
for
song.
the gram.
I ain't gonna hold you.
You're never gonna hear it.
No.
No.
Do you guys plan to work again? Like I know you're working.
Yes,
on some
he's
stuff too.
actually been pressing me to work on music. And he's probably the only person that I could be like, okay, all right, I'm sorry, I'm just scared. I'm not inspired right now, because
I ask her every time I talk to her. I'm
like,
so
why are you not working on music? And we talked about it when I first got back to New York, and I was like, you know what? I'm just depressed right now because the gyms aren't open. I'm living with my mom, and I don't know what to write about because life sucks right now.
Okay.
Literally was like, no. And my mother was like, okay, so you moved back to New York to do this podcast internship? Like, so what the fuck? What does that mean?
Damn.
And I was like, yeah, my mother called it an internship. And I was like, well, no, I'm going to do music too. She was like, okay, well, hopefully something. Yeah.
Well,
Shout
I guess
out to MK.
Shout out to MK.
Shout out
the
to
realest
MK.
of the real.
I want to ask you back to that then with Aura 3. Were these songs, did they come from?
You back to that.
Yeah, because we didn't really touch. Is that? Oh. Okay, so phonetically that ain't right, but listen, I'm from Florida, so you gotta accept it, okay?
Keep going.
Florida,
I'm with you.
Florida public school education.
Gotcha.
Okay, this is what you're getting. I passed the FCAT. We're going. I do want to go back to the songs that you wrote about. They seemed a little hurt. I want to know if they really stem from real hurt, or if you're just like, I'm an R&B singer and this is what the girls want. But was there true emotion behind some of these songs?
A little bit of both of what you just said, to be honest. I feel like with Aura 1, when I first came out in like the SoundCloud era, that's kind of where I built my fan base, and that's kind of like where I started.
That was
16,
17?
Being very transparent, venting a lot was like my niche, niche, I guess. I need niche.
Oh no, not you not knowing a word.
That's both. You can
It's
say
both.
right?
Niche.
Tomato, but not niche.
It's not niche.
Nothing. There's no room for niche.
Not
Okay.
niche, but yeah.
All right.
Niche is not a thing, sis.
But
Niche.
that's where I gained my fan base, is like the venting and just getting that stuff, frustration off. And it was always relationship based and circled around that whole thing. So now I feel like, with Aura 3, that Aura 1 that's where I did all of that, right? So I feel like whenever I do an Aura, this is kind of like that same, thing. So I just wanted to kind of like stay.
Yeah, well, I'm hurt. So I was listening.
I know
to
how
it
far
like,
back, but see, I realized too when I'm thinking about music, because I'm in a relationship now, and I was like, damn, I don't think I write good music when I'm in love. I don't know if this is a good time to do it. Maybe I should fuck
Do you
this
feel
up.
differently as a guy?
So I was gonna say that. So for me, even if I am in a relationship, I can always remember and feel what I remember. Like I feel like those moments back then. All I gotta do is just think about it. I want to say a stat or like something I heard, but I'm not. I don't want to make
Share the
myself
stat.
feel
Share
stupid.
the stat, please.
Please share the
It was
stat. We
something
love
like-
numbers.
Just bear with me on this. It's pretty bad because I don't even know what I'm about to say. But basically, somebody was saying like a memory triggers a feeling inside of you, like that you're there, like you're actually there, like it's like a 90% thing. I don't know.
I
That's
mean,
something
I do
heard,
be thinking
you know
about
what
some
I mean?
niggas and my pussy start throbbing, so that could be true. No? Okay, all right, baby, all right. That's why I took it. What?
Which
no.
Cameron?
No.
Please meme that.
No? Is that not where you were going
I
with
guess.
this?
I mean,
And for the record, that's never where anybody is going. That's
Never,
always
right?
where Mandy is going. If there's ever any doubt.
Oh, that's how how I
That's
sounded?
the Mandy
Wait,
voice.
Wait, that's my voice. That's what we do it. Bad.
My bad.
Bad.
My
I
bad.
mean, so where does it go as an artist? Because as a
I don't even know
whole,
what we're talking about anymore. What we talking
As an artist, where do you go? Because as a
Throbbing
hoe, it's a throbbing.
vagina.
Yeah, it's a throbbing box if
Okay.
you're a hoe, and then if you're an artist,
Throbbing box.
it was usually related to relationships
song.
or love.
That's what I was thinking.
in a song. Okay.
This dog is
She always sides with me. It's okay.
amazing. Just like,
I know Savon's dog is literally amazing.
Wait.
She's lit.
anyway.
She's so excited.
All right.
So
so-
yeah,
Yes.
you can go back to feelings from relationships, from instances in your life with certain people, and then you can create a song off of just that
just
feeling.
the base, just the memory of it.
Mm.
I mean, because it is stuff that I've been through, you know.
Yeah.
So I think it was another artist that I heard do an interview one time where he was like explaining like that all of his exes are one ex, and he
Oh.
makes those songs. It's like the ex is like, it's like a super ex because there's so many different concepts you pull from that one area. You know what I'm saying? Like, so this one person.
I could never. Sorry.
No. So
I'm
listen,
thinking about all my bodies right now.
Wait. Hear me out
Not
here. Hear
all
me
your
out.
body.
What
Hear
was
me
the
out.
super X? Sorry.
Listen.
Exes, not
Oh,
bodies.
girl, I wasn't claiming them.
Listen, hear me out. So, throbbing box.
go, LA. I'm listening.
They're not even listening, bro.
LA, go. Super X. Let's hear it.
Super X, right? So
It's fucking Transformers.
when I
with
say that,
X's.
no. So you listen.
Yes, Super X.
Yeah, we finna wrap up here in a minute. So what I'm saying is that in a song, you're not talking about just one X. You're talking about a bunch of different X's because you're pulling different experiences from each X.
That is
And
actually
you're
very
making
true.
one super X in one song. That's what he was explaining.
That makes so much sense because that's what women do.
Now it makes sense. Okay,
we
but
do.
anyway.
That's how we
That's
date.
that's how we date.
That's how we date.
Every single man that's our exes, or every new man we encounter will remind us at some point of our ex, and then we get triggered, and then we respond in that space. We respond as if we're in that moment, and we treat the new one like the ex in that moment if we're reminded of them.
Well, and I was gonna go even deeper and saying,
You know, come on now, you've dated
Like
crazy
we
girls.
always do it this.
well, I was gonna say even in the way.
No, but
in the way we date.
I've been
do
that
that.
crazy girl, and you've had to have dated crazy girls where you'll
Oh yeah, 100%.
you'll say something and she'll be like, yeah, well that's why you did blah 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 blah, and you're like, that wasn't me. I never did that. And,
Oh, see, I was
and then
thinking,
she gotta
taking it
sink back into
somewhere
her
else.
skin. Like, damn, you right. This is not even about you. This is about some other ex nigga that
Sounds like
fucked me
a
up.
her problem. Anyway.
Yeah, no,
Mandy,
I mean, I was taking it somewhere else just as far as when you date the things that you've been through or what someone has put you through, you just carry that on into your
It's all the
dating
same.
and your next person. Like,
Yeah.
I guess it is kind of the same.
More wine, anyone?
Oh, yeah, of course. I want to get into
Oh yeah. Of
some
course.
of some of your songs. I want to know which one.
What's your favorite song?
Yeah, which one of these is your favorite of the project?
On the project.
Yes.
I really enjoy making Sick of Playing.
Why is that where my motherfucking eyes went? And that's what I was about to play. That's what I've been.
Girl.
That is literally what I've been listening to for the day. I wanted to get in tune with the words, and like I said, I'm in kind of a hurt space right now. But
I'm
Sick
sorry
of
to
Playing.
hear
I know. I mean, we all get there and we all get over it.
For sure.
But the Sick of Playing, why does that resonate with you most on this album? Why is that one of your favorite?
I really enjoyed that record for the fact of how raw it is. That's what she said.
I'm playing it. I'm playing it as you speak, by the way.
That's what she said.
But anyway, so the live orchestration I had underneath all of that is another thing. I'm just a music guy, so I just like strings, violins, flutes. Like I was able to do all of that.
I used to play the violin.
Oh really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh really?
I was great.
Was this in public school in Florida?
Yes,
It's when
it
she
was.
it's when she was drinking chocolate milk.
Got it. And eating square pizzas.
Square pizzas.
Not Pizza Friday.
Yes, Pizza Friday.
And chocolate pudding.
Oh,
Oh
Jesus.
shit.
They was feeding us trash.
Trash.
And they
How
want
do we
that.
get back to the beginning of this?
I don't know.
And a
podcast?
slice of cheese. Did they ever give y'all a slice of cheese?
No.
I don't know about that one.
Where was that? New
Where
York?
were you at the school?
Catholic school. They gave us a slice of cheese. I was like, this is a very, very meager, pathetic snack.
That's really awful.
Meager.
That's really awful.
Yeah, it was
I like
bad.
that word.
Meager.
Meager. How you
Yeah.
spell that?
MEAGER. I don't know how to really talk, but I used to be in a spelling bee.
Used
I
to be.
don't know how to really talk, but I used to be in a spelling bee.
I know how to spell.
I think
What is the
I've
Latin
done a
root?
spelling bee before
There needs to be. We need to have
Is
a
what you were-
separate segment called "Make It Make Sense."
with Mandy.
With Make It Make Sense with Mandy.
a really good.
That's a great
segment.
idea.
It doesn't have to be about like that, but it's just a good name, you know.
Make It Make Sense with Mandy.
This is what we doing.
Little
This is what we
jingle.
doing. Nah. And
You
I
asked
need-
me when I was
need-
going to do
need to
music
the
again.
ad.
Here's my
Um,
intro. Oh, wine.
Dry me up.
Not dry. So
Oh, she would never say that, right?
She would
Okay.
never say that.
a woman would never say that.
No.
Please don't dry me up.
Well, I'm not a.
Spit on it, actually.
All right,
Sorry.
please,
All
Jesus.
right. I mean, outside of sick of playing, I guess
You know, is
Well, well,
a vibe. Separated is a vibe.
well, separated is a whole vibe, but I wanna go back to sick of playing, and y'all know I love to have like these type of conversations. Sick of playing, is that something that you feel like you've had to say more to a woman, or do you feel like a woman has accused you of playing more?
Both.
And what led to that? So this is
Actually.
I know that this is a conversation that I also just had with a friend of
Nah,
mine, but I
I'm
think
wrong.
you're
I don't
wrong.
think I've ever heard that from a woman before.
A woman never told you to stop playing.
Another woman, a woman never
Oh,
said
well,
you was
I'm
playing.
thinking about the song and what I was saying in the song, but
So go ahead,
tell
break
me
it down.
what you mean by that. You said you. What
Playing as
haven't I
far
heard before?
playing as far as my feelings, playing as far as I want something and you're not giving it to me.
I don't know. I feel like I'm a lover, so it's like my manager gets on me about that all the time. He's like, you can't like just be fooling around with people like you. You like
You
these
too
girls.
romantic.
So it's like, yeah. So
Oh, that's like
He's a-
that's how women are.
no,
women-
that's how artists are.
Is that an artist?
Wait a
thing?
minute.
That's
wait
an
a
artist
minute.
thing.
Wait, is that
That's an
artist
artist
thing?
thing.
Wow,
That's
I'm
not a.
just
That's not a.
saying.
That's not a
She
female
said,
thing.
Oh, you a bitch. I said, what the fuck? You tripping.
Wait,
Low key, I'm not even gonna hold you. That's how it came
That was-
across.
that's how it
That's
came
how it
across.
felt. That's kind of how it felt.
no, I just know
But-
that like oftentimes they make it seem as
Oh,
though
that's
men
a
can-
female
Whoa, whoa.
problem.
Well, I mean, men can deal with
Deal
with
with
women and be unemotionally there or emotionally detached or
Now,
can
let me
have
not-
sex and not really feel things, and those are things that normally women engage with.
Let me backtrack.
Yes.
I've definitely fucked over some hearts before.
Okay.
A lot,
Okay.
in fact.
we went from some to a lot
To a lot.
very
But
quickly.
but in the same
Escalated.
but on that same coin, on the other side of that is that, you know, I'm just a lover. I'm an R&B light skinned nigga. So it's like
You are with hair.
Wow,
Hair.
the stereotypes just go on and on and on.
I don't know.
And you tatted.
I don't know what we're doing anymore.
I don't know what we're doing anymore.
So you want to get into separated with him,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna play it as y'all talk because that was
Square
our
pizza,
second.
chocolate
Milk,
Chocolate
dry
milk.
wine,
Pussy.
boxes and hoes. What's up?
Chocolate milk.
You ain't know what you was walking into. Welcome to. Nah.
I kind of did.
You kind of did.
You kind of did.
He knows me,
Kinda
so
did.
that's helpful.
So separated. I'm gonna play that in the background. That is one of the ones we
One of the
talked
ones
about.
that resonated with us. Yes.
Do you want to ask him about the inception of that? Ooh,
The inspiration
oh,
behind
inspiration.
I
that.
love that you went for that though.
I,
I don't like
Twice.
that you laugh and say
twice.
on.
Twice.
Oh,
She had to go back to that
Yeah,
same
she was
spot
I
twice.
said incepted and then inception, bitch. Two different.
Two different word forms.
Yes.
Oh.
You know when people cuss at people, they really like. I'm trying to let you know.
The way Mandy curses at me, you would really think we not friends. Like if someone didn't know us and they heard us talk to each other, I'd be like, girl, fuck out of here. Everyone be like, wow, y'all about to fight. This is aggressive. And I'm like, no, it's just two raspy, deep voice bitches just yelling.
Two deep voice bitches.
Y'all don't got deep voices.
We do.
No?
Oh, that you
We do. We do.
We do.
We do.
So separated.
Yeah.
What was that inspiration?
Being with somebody and then realizing like y'all ain't good for each
That
other.
ain't it.
That's the one that hit me.
Shut up. You sabotage. You know, that's not the
we're
truth.
not gonna do that.
All right, so
I'm
let's
not a
get into this.
sabotager.
What happened?
Oh, come on.
Separated.
What?
That's all. She's separated. She's separated. She's not divorced. She's not broken. She's not gone. She's just separated. It's just a little space right now. That's all.
It's a space.
We're not gonna assign no permanent names to things that are temporary.
I mean, but that's the thing. I don't know. And she's real good with words, and that sounds cute. But you know, I hit him with the, I hope we can find a way to make this work in this lifetime. If not, like, I've enjoyed what it's been. Oh yeah, I really. I be poetic with my shit. My breakup was really like.
I hope. What?
I said I hope that we're able to find a way to be together.
My bad, man. My bad, man.
I don't like that you're doing this.
This isn't the right
because
time
I
to do
really
that. I'm
felt
so sorry.
Perfect time.
I felt poetic in saying, like, you know.
I'm so sorry. I apologize.
I'm going to see you this lifetime. I got my little Budden on. I can't sing for shit, so you just going to hit these little motherfucking vocals.
It was close.
Yeah, no, it wasn't at all, but thank you. I appreciate it. I mean, that's the thing. I believe, and I want to ask you this. Do you believe in meeting the right person at the wrong time?
Yes.
Definitely, yeah.
100%.
I've definitely done that a lot. I mean,
Oh shit, a lot.
How many right people or how many wrong times?
no. I mean, like, you know, you might be in a space where you're like, damn, if I wasn't doing this right at this time, then is this?
It's liquor. Yes.
It's wine. It's just regular degular.
Bro, as
You
I was
feeling it?
talking right now, my mind was like, bro, what are you talking about right now, bro? Fuck is you on? All right, I'm gonna just stop talking.
Just turned to Rick and Morty for a second in the corner over there.
Oh, let me find out you lightweight.
Let me
No, he drinks Hennessy. There's nothing light
me
about him.
backtrack.
The only thing light
You're
about
right.
him is his
let
skin.
me backtrack.
Go
What was
ahead.
the question again?
I wanted to know if you believe in someone being the right person at the wrong
Right
time.
person, wrong time. Okay. Yes. Bridget?
Elaborate.
Back to you, Bridget. He threw it to me like the weatherman. All right.
Exactly.
I think it's more a matter of I think there's been more times that have been wrong than there have been people that have been right.
That was a auntie laugh right there.
But it was so
Welcome to
genuine.
the Auntie Pod.
It was so genuine. No, but for real, that's really how I feel. Like I think there's been more times where it's been with like there's only maybe been one or two people that have crossed my path, whether as friends, whether as like, you know, we might have dated, we might have hooked up, where I was like, this would have been a good thing.
Perfect.
This would have been perfect
been
in 5
perfect.
years. Yeah,
If
definitely.
things were different.
Not even just if things were different, literally the timing, like just the timing, like just not being the right timing. Like I'm here, you're there, you're in a different headspace, I'm in a
Or
different,
you're in a different place.
I'm in a whole different place.
and I'm in a different place.
Yeah, I don't know,
You know
why.
what I mean?
I don't know why the niggas I was talking to never got traded to the city I was in. Like I used to get so mad.
I'm sorry.
Like, ooh, please
Traded
end up
to
on the
the
Nets, and they just
city.
never did.
Damn it, Adam Silver, you
You
should have
know,
made things
He
more.
fucked me up. No,
That is hilarious.
oh yeah, I used to be not shit, and I feel like I'm gonna end up back there because
No,
welcome to life.
we do not regress. We
I mean,
do
I
not
don't
regress.
But nigga, I got money now. Where do I go but up? I gotta go to the rich niggas. Sorry, and then they just don't treat you good. I'm just doomed now. I'm gonna end up like fucking Oprah. I gotta get a Stedman, and here we go. This is where my life will go. I say all this to say, it's weird because there's a lot of people that I thought were the right person for me.
A lot?
I did at the time.
You thought a lot of people were the right person for you?
But I thought, and when I thought this, I thought that I wasn't where I needed to be.
Oh.
I thought that.
Well, yeah, because you thought they were the right person.
right.
So
And,
you were
and
over here like, let me go get my shit together, boo.
this
Just
was
calm
me
down.
being. This was
I'll
me
be right
being.
back.
This was me being almost a young bitch, but valuing the things that
I'm
they
sorry,
had.
almost a young bitch.
I mean, I was a young bitch. This was before I reached 30. So in your 20s, you a young bitch, and you date men. You date people that I think you see the potential in because you see a way you want your life to be. And for a lot of the men that I spoke to, I was like, shit, I didn't feel like I was bringing enough to the table. I felt like I was the fun girl. I was just, you know, the action. So a part of me felt like, well, let me go to school. Let me get this degree so I can be like a wifey. Let me learn how to cook so I can be wifey. Let me get my own spot so I can be wifey. Just for fucking Kevin Samuels to say no one cares about that shit. So here I go.
Why was I thinking that in my head?
Were you? See?
I was.
Because, okay, so let me ask you.
No,
do you not care about...
I wasn't thinking like, I was just thinking of him for some reason right there.
Yeah, I mean, because I think there is a way that we go throughout our 20s as women. Go ahead. Wait, what? We don't go throughout our 20s?
I was thinking of the Kevin dude. And
you had to pause yourself.
You paused real late.
You were too late.
You
was
too late.
We already too far from the starting point. You just gotta let it ride out.
Just say you was thinking of Cav. Okay, not Cav. Sorry.
That's way more of his type of voice, though.
Oh, that is his voice, but we're not gonna get there. Yeah. I say that to say when we're a woman in our 20s, and I would love for you to compare yourself as a man in your 20s because you're now 30, but as a woman in our 20s, there's all of these ebbs and flows. We either are looking for someone to move in and be housewife of, but as millennials, we also want to be independent. Mm-hmm. We want to be boss bitches. We want to take care of our own shit. As a man in your 20s, how do you view dating? How do you view women? How did you view yourself?
I don't know. I'm from a
loaded question, I know.
Jesus.
I know.
I'm from a small place called Warner Robins, Georgia, which is like, that's where I went to high school at and shit. So I didn't know what was past that, you know, at one point in my life. So 17, 18 years old, I'm thinking like, I'm going to just get married. I'm going to go ahead and find a job around here locally and, you know, just work that and get house, kids, and just be good. But I knew I loved music and I knew I wanted to do that, but I didn't know where that would take me. And I didn't know like that, you know, there was life beyond where I was at. Because there's a lot of people right now, I was just talking to somebody earlier about when you're born in a place like that where it's just comfortable living, you feel like that's it. And you feel like, you know, all my friends are going getting jobs and shit. Like I might as well just do what they're doing. But a lot of people didn't have dreams bigger than that. But me. And a couple of homies, which this dude named Xavier Omar, who's also an artist as well.
He's on your song.
Mm-hmm. He's great. He's another really, really dope R&B artist. Mm-hmm.
So he and myself, we were like the main two kids around, you know, the city that, I don't even know, town, I guess, that really wanted more for ourselves. So I don't know. It's just one of those things where, you know, I always saw myself as getting married young. So like, when I got a little bit of, I don't want to say fame, attention, notoriety.
Come on, big words. Pew, pew. We need air horns for that moment. Jinx.
Right. I went crazy because I didn't know it was beyond that. So it was like 23, 24. I was in a relationship, and then Aura 1 hit in 25. And I was like, this is great. I'm going to go out in L.A. and just fuck everything. So it's like, yeah, I had my time to, you know. So, but to answer your question, a lot of people in their 20s don't really view, especially these days, don't really view relationships as something to be taken serious.
No.
Whereas, you know.
I don't think people in general do. I don't think it's just in their 20s. No.
Do you really think that?
Yeah.
So past 30, you think people aren't trying to settle down?
I think people are still fucking up in their 30s.
People are absolutely still fucking up.
I think people are still fucking up.
At a certain point in people's...
I think it depends on your lifestyle and your career choice. Because I know a lot of men and women in the music industry that really prioritize their career in their 20s and 30s, and they might have children, but they're not in relationships.
Right.
And so I think that is very telling to me. Like this is gonna sound really nuts, but I've always seen like industry label execs and label heads and people that just work in the industry, men and women. The older they get, the younger the crowds that they're around get, which I think also...
That's so true.
Isn't that weird? Like,
Very
I think
weird.
about women and men. It's like they'll be in their 40s and 50s and all of the people they're around are in their 20s because it keeps them in the know about
This is
what
a
they're
young
doing for
industry,
their
though.
job, right?
Right.
So they're not even
Ah.
they're not even thinking about a relationship because they're surrounded by
It's
people.
like a constant
It's right.
hamster wheel.
Right. And it's always you're always
And then
just hitting the refresh
those
button.
20-year-olds are going to be that guy one day.
Right. Because that's what they're learning from. Like and
Right.
that was always really something that I took into consideration was I was really happy to be around people that were married. When I first started, I was, Sons of Rock Nation and all that fucking glamorous shit that
This subtle
lasted for
flexes. Sorry.
15 minutes.
Which, by the way, I thought Bridget was like bigger than life back then. You had something
I
about
thought
it.
You were
was too.
starstruck? You were starstruck.
So the joint that you had, what's it called? Like mail? Something about a mail.
I don't know. Special delivery.
Special delivery.
That joint.
Special delivery.
Yeah, a video for that.
Yes.
That's what I saw a while ago. And I was like, oh. Then I seen you on stage with Hove, and I was like, oh,
Oh. Still casual. Oh.
yeah. And then, like,
Yeah, but I was around all of those guys and they were married. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So
Sorry, I'm just playing special delivery in the background as
All
you
right.
speak.
being around people that were
All right.
married, right. I'm so happy we don't have on headphones to listen to the fucking the piano, Mandy's favorite shit in the beginning. No, I really was like I felt spoiled because I was around men and women that were married. So I didn't see all of the another don't worry, it's another parade. I didn't see all the like in my 20s. I wasn't around, like my manager was married. You know what I mean? Like everybody that I was around was married, so and happily. So I didn't see a lot of the wild shit. Most of the wild shit I saw was with the single people and all that. But I was still all the successful people that I was with pretty like routinely were all in happy marriages.
Right.
So so everyone that was single though, they've stayed single this whole time, or they've gone in and out of like weird relationships, on and off situations, but nothing ever stuck. Nothing was ever concrete. A lot of talking phases. I feel like we're in the age of the talk. Everyone talks. Everyone casually dates now. Nobody's like dating with intention to
Bitch, I ain't
be
talking to nobody
in a
no more.
relationship or do any of that. So
separated.
Yeah, I'm not talking to
You know what?
nobody.
My
anymore.
situation is kind of interesting because I have my group of music friends, and then I have my friends I've grown up with,
Right.
and that I consider close friends that I
Yes.
talk to daily and about other stuff outside of music.
of course,
Over here, it's kind of like the music stuff is like that's its own world.
yeah.
Over here is like where I feel like I'm human. You know what I'm saying?
How important is that to you? Because that's the space that I'm at now. Where now, and Bridget knows this. I don't even want industry friends right now because of me feeling like no one is genuine, and I feel like my energy is being sucked away, or I feel like people are only in my space for my resources or to use me and all of that. Like I feel like no one that I meet in this industry is genuine.
Yeah.
So how important is it for you to keep the people that know you outside of the industry, but also the idea that it gets lonely at the top? Are you feeling like you've had to cut anybody off from your personal
I don't
life?
think so. I think I've been very fortunate to keep those same friends that I had since I was a kid. They just
Good.
gone to do their own thing. But what I was getting at is that those friends are married, have children,
Yeah.
and the
Very
guys over
different.
here is like, let's turn the fuck up.
It's like there's no in between.
And it's
There's no
like
in between.
middle ground.
I say that to Mandy all the time. I'm like, yo, my best friend has 2 kids, and I love them, and I love
I
her.
be like, bitch, so let's go get some pickleback.
But I be like, Mandy, you in the mood for happy hour? Bitch, it's happy
I
hour
be
right
like,
now.
happy hour.
We could get
No
wings
way.
and Jameson right now. And I'm like,
and
okay,
we both
bye.
the aunties, like, even though like we were in relationships, I don't even know what to say anymore. But we've had our partners, but we're not married. We don't have kids, and we still just like to have a good time, And so, even that, yeah, I guess
I think it's because like once you tie the knot and you get that kid, it's over. That's like
I don't
that's where
agree.
all your resources and all your time is going.
I think that's generational though, because Kaylani had a kid, Cardi had a kid, and it's like, all right, back to work.
I guess that's the
You know what I mean?
anomaly though.
Summer had a baby, and Victoria Monet had a baby, but it's
listen,
like back to work.
That was when they were at a peak. They
Right.
had all that stuff they got
Established, yeah.
established first, right? So it's like if you get that before you're established, trying to work to that is going to be more difficult.
It slows you down.
There's always that like mentality and mindset, like I still have a peak to reach.
Yeah.
And it's like until I hit that peak, that's when I'll do that. You know
Can I ask you, because as a man, I feel like that would be differently. Do you feel like getting a woman pregnant or having a child or having a family would slow you down as a man as much as it may?
I don't care. And I feel like from a guy's perspective,
I don't think men see it that way.
Yeah, I think from a guy's perspective,
from a woman's perspective, it's different.
We view children and you know, a child as motivation, as more of a like, this is what I'm working for at this point.
But also working towards. I think when you don't have it, and this is not to shade anybody, but I think for men, especially the artists that I know that have children and the children don't live with them, it also creates kind of this fantasy, like you said, this fantasy goal and motivation that it's like, okay, everything I'm doing is for my kid and my kid's over here. Whereas with the mom, it's like the motivation is the same, but it's like
that baby right here.
But it's like it's the baby's in your face. So sis, you ain't got no choice. So you got nothing else. There's nothing. There is nowhere to look. There's no fucking clouds. It's literally a baby in your face. That's it.
That's true. Because from the guy's perspective, we're thinking about, all right, now I need to go harder. I need to go book these shows. I need to go do this. I need to go do that.
You got to
provide. I need to
provide. Right.
Whereas, you know, the
woman is like, wait a minute, I got to nurture.
Yeah,
I got to breastfeed.
Right.
We can worry about this choreography later.
Interesting. Like,
can I ask you what your definition of providing is right now as a man?
I mean, I think like as a man, I think you should be there for both, not just who are you talking about first off.
I know that when we get into even the conversation regarding gender roles, there's a woman's job to be motherly, nurturing, and do the chores of the house.
Of course.
And a man's pretty much only job is to provide.
That's not the only thing.
Right. And it's not, but providing is. So you said it's not the only thing. So yeah.
No. You're saying like the woman is supposed to do this and supposed to do that.
Yeah.
Which I don't consider
a thing.
Okay.
I think, I think everybody. I don't think it's like one of those things where you need to do this and you need to do that. I think whatever you and your partner establish as your roles in the relationship, that's between you and that person.
Well, sometimes, but I just think in general, I feel like men set the tone for how they want that to go. Because some men, because some men don't think they have anything to bring to the table except money, which is very, very difficult. Because then if they don't have it, then they feel like they have nothing else to offer and nothing else to give, which is a shitty place to be. Like one of our episodes, one of our friend, we call our guests our friends with benefits on our show. One of our friends with benefits, who's actually our friend in real life, Antoinette, literally said that her goal is for men to, obviously more importantly black men, to feel like they have more of an existence than just being a protector and a provider, so that your role exceeds just paying bills and
shielding me
and being able to fight. You know what I'm saying? There's got to be more than that. There's got to be more to you than that shell of an existence.
So what's outside of that then?
Emotional support. Communication.
Being with me to make decisions.
You got some stuff to get off. Go.
Well, no, I don't. But no. I actually.
The way she was answering,
she was like, "Well, I got my list."
I mean, it is because again, I think that there is so much asked of women, in so many aspects of relationships. But yeah, from a man. There is a lot when y'all think we just want your pockets or we just want to feel like, oh, you could beat up a nigga if he try to holler.
I think
you missing the whole thing.
Well, knowing
Niggas
yourself.
Got dicks too. Y'all don't want
calm down. No, I didn't want to take it there, but of course.
But you was about
I want the baby leg.
Of course, about throbbing pussies. And
I mean, of course, I want the baby leg. But,
okay, but that's what.
But once I get past the sexual chemistry, that's another thing too. Just cause you were able to lay it doesn't mean that I'm fulfilled. You may be filling me up, but not feeling me up.
I knew she was going there.
I mean,
of course, she was
going
to break that word down that way.
And that's where I think that for whatever reason, a lot of men have a problem opening up, communicating, especially feelings, especially being there emotionally.
This is all the way we have been taught since birth, though.
Mm.
So it's not something that like this is something we think about because we're thinking like, what's the how do we change this, or how do we,
How do we?
What do you feel like is the biggest lesson as a man you've had to unlearn?
Ooh.
Unlearn.
That's a tough one. I mean, I think everything that I do is just inherent. So it's like I don't really think about stuff like that. I think I've been taught very well from my father and my mother. And I think that I'm very
and you
blessed.
grew up with both.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think I'm very blessed to say that. So I don't really think that what I do is necessarily wrong unless it's pointed out to me as such. So I couldn't tell you.
And even then, it might not be wrong. It might just be what doesn't work for
that person.
Right.
So I personally couldn't give you a exact thing for that. But I feel like for the most part, I see the way my father treats my mother, and I've been very blessed to see him treat her like a queen all my life.
Wow.
So it's like I don't know, like my version of, what a man is supposed to be has always been great. So it's like
you blessed.
I'm able to apply that in every relationship. Now, when I don't apply that, it's just because I'm being a dick and I don't want to do it.
Oh, shit.
And maybe I just want to fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like
separated.
Right. So
that was the song that I immediately came to mind. We should play next.
So yeah, I mean, I know what's right, I know what's wrong, and I know like as far as like with roles, I know it's like I'm not trying to like talk down on you or make you feel like you're lesser or make you feel like you need to do this or you need to do that.
Yeah.
I feel like we're a team.
Yeah.
In any type of situation I'm in. So
are you in a relationship now?
Yeah.
That's great.
So you reference
not the shrug.
Not the
I mean,
shrug.
what are you
supposed to
supposed to say?
co-sign.
Yes. What do you must
Yeah, exactly that. That's the fucking energy we're looking for. Sorry, coming from women, grown ass women, to tell you right now. If you don't ever exude that type of energy, we need that. Yes.
I've been in this state the whole time, and y'all got me on this wine. So like,
not the wine. And you said I got playing. How did you feel about
It's a vibe.
It's a vibe.
It's a vibe.
Guys, y'all are listening.
It put me on vacation. I was like, this is great. I love this.
It does have a like Caribbean vacation feel to it.
Were you on a vacation? Were you on an island?
No.
Did this? You just heard the beat. You
I was
said
in
no.
quarantine.
I was in quarantine.
Yeah.
Well, technically, y'all have at
I
least
need
beaches.
to go on vacation. Where y'all go on vacation next?
Not Jamaica, Lord. I just went there and they had us on a 4 p.m. and
Not
12 p.m.
DR. It was level
curfew.
4. I had to get tested after being vaccinated. I was like, what the fuck was the point of this?
Yeah,
I had my get out of jail for free card and I'm in jail. This
I'm
is
not gonna lie.
bullshit.
I haven't experienced much great travel abroad stories in COVID. So I mean, I'm
What
just
about period though? Like, what's your like favorite place to go, or a favorite place you have been?
Ooh.
I know mine. You can go.
I know mine. You're ready.
I don't know if I have a favorite place to go because I've had different trips with different people that have been like I love Africa. I love going to Lagos. I love Nigeria. Like I've had some of the best times. But I also think it was because of the people, like the group of friends that I went with.
I think that matters.
You know what I mean?
Who you go with.
Like going to the island is cool, but it's like, all right, it's like.
But the people that I went
wine.
with to Lagos were the same people that I've traveled the world with.
So wait, is it not Lagos?
It's Lagos.
Lagos.
It's
Okay.
Lagos.
Sir.
I've never been before. I wasn't
Lagos
calling
is
you
great.
out.
They ate tomato,
It's
tomato
really
for
a lot
that
of
one.
fun. No, I mean, first of
Lychee.
all,
Anyway, go ahead.
it's true. I really think the company you travel with makes all the difference.
100%. Where'd you break your leg or something like that?
Paris. With the same group of people that I was in
I
Nigeria
was about
with.
to say, the people I went to Nigeria
broke my
with were the
foot
same
in
people that
Paris.
I've essentially traveled the world with. And so South Africa, I really loved, but
I need a do-over for Paris. I'm pissed.
one of my
that just
favorite-
made me pissed. It just got
Look,
me pissed.
you
Now
was-
you got me tight.
I met you in that boot.
I
know.
I
You
met
did.
I met you in that boot.
Wow.
I just remember talking to you about that. Like, bro, what's going on?
What did you do?
So the shitty thing, yo.
Wasn't a moped or something
The
like
best
that?
thing about having LA as a friend is that he's gonna call and start laughing at you before you even have a chance to
Like,
say
bro, what's
up.
going on with your legs today, bro? What's happening?
He called me. I'm like, hi. He's like, yo, what the fuck happened to your leg? and starts laughing, and I want to cry because I'm so upset.
Oh, you hated it. You were like, this boot is fucking ugly.
Well, first of all, I was training for the New York City Marathon, and I had a broken foot, so I was in. I went to London.
It wasn't funny, but it was.
It was funny. I went to London and then went to Paris and then was supposed to go to Berlin after that and do colors at like the colors headquarters. Like it was a whole shit. Yeah, I had recorded.
You never did colors.
I never got to Berlin,
Man.
so it was fucked up because I had recorded an EP and I was supposed to put it out like 2 weeks after I got back from my Europe trip, and I ended up having to push everything back like a month and a half, like 2 months, because I got in an accident. So I was on a Lime scooter in Paris, and if you've ever been to Paris, you know it's everybody in Paris is on a bicycle, is on a scooter, is on a Vespa, is in a car. You know what I mean? Everybody. It's like people are walking in the bike lane. Like it's just the most pedestrian friendly city. Europe in general is pedestrian friendly as fuck. And so I was on a Lime scooter thinking I was Madeline. If you don't know Madeline,
not
you're too young for me.
Madeline, bitch.
Thinking I was Madeline out here.
Did
Remember
you
Madeline
have
with
the yellow dress?
The fucking yellow with that
Yellow
stupid
dress?
ass, that wide brim hat. I should have. Had the scarf tied around. You know what I mean? A bitch was out here looking like a whole thick baguette on the damn Lime scooter.
What you got against Madeline though? Why you call her stupid ass?
No, I said the hat was the hat she had.
Like,
The hat was stupid.
I think
The hat
you're
was
just mad
stupid.
because of what happened in Paris.
Madeline was a vibe, and I was trying to channel her, and I ended up getting hit.
Yeah,
So
okay.
I got hit by a Vespa scooter from behind on the Lime scooter, and it knocked me into the street. So I landed in front of a car, and I had like.
Oh, bitch! I didn't know it was this graphic.
Oh no, it was bad. I almost got run over by a car, and the car literally slammed his brakes on, and the guy put the car in park. The Vespa scooter ran over my foot and kept going. So cracked my foot. I had a high ankle sprain and a cracked foot.
And you was laughing at her, sir.
Bro was like, sorry.
Basically. And the driver that was in the car that almost hit me got out of the car and tried to chase him down, right? Like booked it, hit it in the street. And I was like, damn, this nigga Olympic as fuck. And I'm laying in the ground. It was like, I felt like the life alert,
screaming?
bitch. No, I was in shock, but I was the life alert. I was like this. I looked like the chalk outline before the chalk got drawn.
No.
It was bad. My foot was to the side. I was like this. My friends came. Everybody was screaming. My friends were screaming.
Oh, no.
And my homegirl Layla picked. She was like, "Oh my God, BK, you almost died." I was like, "Can you just get me out of the street? Like you could panic on the sidewalk. Like let's just get out of here."
Damn,
And
I didn't know it was that graphic.
Oh, it was bad because and it was like we were on our way to the Eiffel Tower. Like it was just a whole thing. I need a Paris do-over, period. But yeah, I ended up having to fly back to America the next day. The beautiful thing about Europe, though, I will say, universal healthcare. Shout out to y'all because I only had to pay for my compression socks and my crutches, and they gave me.
That's amazing.
They gave me a bunch of codeine for free. I got X-rays. They didn't ask no questions. They took bless you.
Thank you.
They took very good care of me, and so that was great. But then when I got back to the States, I realized they didn't.
30,000, bitch.
They were like,
Where
"Oh,
your insurance?"
by the way, you have a high ankle sprain and a broken foot, so now you're gonna be in this other boot, a bigger boot for a longer period of time." So I was in a boot for like 2.5, 3 months.
That's what I saw
Which is
too.
why I called. I was like, yo, what the fuck is
Yeah.
going on with you right
So I ended up pushing my EP release back, my EP release date back, and then when I had to do promo for the EP, I have my boot. I have everything that I wore. I performed in my boot.
I know.
Actually,
I saw you perform in your boot.
I performed in my boot.
You
It was
did a good
lot.
job, though, sis.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You always do.
I did.
Thanks.
I guess
We're gonna get back to music. We are.
Well, I was gonna say, what else do you have coming out? What are you expecting? I know the world is opening up.
No, what do you want to do
Boom.
now?
Okay, that too.
I hate that question. As an
I'm
artist, that's the
sorry.
worst
Bitch,
fucking
I
question.
don't know, bitch. I'm just
I
over here
gotta
trying to
tell
be
you.
an interviewer.
So what's
and shit.
next for
What's
you?
Next? I
Bitch,
don't
my
know.
Uber home. That's what's next for me.
I'm sorry,
But,
I don't be knowing. Go ahead, artist.
like, what do you want to do next?
Y'all
Blow
break the fourth
bubbles.
wall a lot. Y'all
Yes.
just like look into the camera like, the fuck?
All the time. Every
Uh,
chance we get.
Hey.
Yeah, so I got the email for tour the end of this year. So we're trying to put the dates together.
That's
so that's
great.
coming up. Make sure you get the tickets when they come out. Merch coming soon, or 3 merch. We got like the Tree Sound live performance I was telling you guys about earlier.
When are you doing that?
It's already done.
Oh, it's
so
done already.
Whenever we're getting it edited right now, so that'll be coming out soon. So yeah, I mean, just trying to keep the foot on the gas. My city just went to radio this week.
Yay.
So yeah, just hopefully do more press as time goes and tour at the end of the year, and then I'll be back in the studio working on the next shit.
All right. Well, hopefully I can get in.
Oh, and my corner video is done and shot too. So just working.
So is that the next thing we can expect to see push?
Is the video
with the video going out?
When
This is in my corner playing
He's
by.
nodding his head. So
All right.
Look,
Come
You
on
know.
now.
yeah. So maybe I guess
Okay.
I'm just the artist. I don't know shit.
I'm just here so I don't get fined. I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Like, I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Well, I
I'ma
do
just-
want, before we get out of here, do you want to let everyone know where they can find you on socials, where you get your money from? I don't know. Am I being too interviewy here? I don't fucking know. Y'all were just like, y'all know each other. I'm just sitting here trying to make the thing go, okay?
Before we get
We
out
know
of
each other
here.
now, though. So.
We do,
You
but
do
you
now.
also,
Now y'all are friends.
you
I
also-
condone this. I condone this friendship
You
now.
also
I
came
condone.
at me about, my Florida public school education and how I talk.
Nietzsche.
And now we
You were,
might...
but you were defending Square Pizza way too hard. You were coming
No, he
back for
was.
Square Pizza.
I don't
like
even like
crazy.
square pizza.
Oh. Well,
I'm
I don't
the
like
one,
chocolate milk.
I'm the one that was
Propaganda.
propaganda. I was excited when the holidays came around, and bitch, we got the turkey with the cranberry sauce and the stuff, and I said, "Ooh, I knew y'all could feed us better."
Oh, they
But we-
did do holiday
Nigga,
feeding
they did
in the-
holiday
in
feast
schools.
in the public
That's
school
gross.
system. That shit was fire.
That turkey was not turkey. That slice of turkey with that
cranberry
measly
sauce.
measly gravy.
With the gravy.
Oh yeah,
It was watery
I
as
remember
fuck.
that. With like the carrots and peas and shit.
Yeah, I ain't gonna hold you. We had carrots and peas
Mad
3 times.
carrots.
Carrots and peas. Have y'all eaten carrots and peas as adults together in mixed veggies?
No.
Me neither.
Mixed veggies. That was amazing.
She's from Florida.
You're
She
from
can't help
Georgia.
herself.
What are you doing here? You've been in LA too
Look,
long.
I've never
You've been
been
in LA too long.
I don't stay in LA that long. I can't do LA that long.
Me
That's like
neither.
No, he doesn't like
Yeah.
LA.
I
don't
LA
like
doesn't
LA
like
either.
LA.
I be in and out. But
Well,
like
okay, well, I get your
it's
name.
weird. I don't have an accent. No one
No, you don't.
says like I could
You
come-
have an accent if you go to
I
Europe.
live in Atlanta and it just doesn't rub off on me. So it's like sometimes it does. Sometimes I be like, what's happening? And I just like,
What's happening?
What's happening? That's where your accent
Where would you
goes.
live if you could live anywhere else that's not Atlanta? Where would you live?
Japan.
You look like
Yeah,
an old
you
Japan
too. I
ass.
can see that. No,
Ooh.
because he watches anime. He he's into cartoons and
Okay.
stuff. That's his vibe.
Research.
What would your anime name
Not
be?
research. Sidebar. Yasuke is my favorite shit right now.
I haven't watched it yet.
I'm hype. I'm really hype about Yasuke. I'm really hype.
You got into it?
Well, yeah, more so because it's Flying Lotus and
Is it Flying-
Thundercat.
I was about to say,
yeah,
Flying
it's
Lotus
Flying
did the-
Lotus.
did the,
So the
soundtrack.
music is fucking phenomenal. So that's the part that's like, holy shit! It makes the aesthetics of the cartoon that much better. So.
I'm excited
And
to
it's
watch
Lakeith
it. It's on Netflix,
Stansfield.
right?
Yeah,
It is on
Gotcha,
Netflix.
gotcha.
it's
It
Lakeith
is-
Stansfield. It's a little weird thing looking at Lakeith Stansfield is like,
Right.
and like thinking of him hearing him with the cartoon is
Sing,
like,
right.
this isn't really believable.
I'm ready for Atlanta to come back. That's how I want to see Lakeith.
Yeah, facts.
So I think that's coming back out. I'm excited to see that. That's my shit.
I just thought about it.
High or sober. That is my shit. You said what?
I just thought of a scene from Atlanta. I just started laughing, but my bad. Keep
You
going.
really be just
Bro, I
in
be in
another
my
world.
mind,
You
bro.
be
Like,
in another
I'm
world.
literally like
You are
crazy.
really an
I
artist.
really
You're
feel
not
like I'm
crazy.
Like I talk to myself often.
Oh, I do
Really?
too, all the time.
Pretty often. What'd you say?
See, see.
I don't even. I talk to myself so much. I don't even know when people are talking to me.
That's
no.
not okay, actually.
I didn't know she was saying anything to me just then.
Well,
No.
because Mandy also talks to herself.
Do I? Is that what I do? I talk
think
to
so.
people.
It's like
You just talk. It's incept.
We're not gonna do that, y'all. We're not gonna. We gonna ride out to fun facts. LA. Thank you so very much
Propaganda.
for joining us here on See the Thing
Too
Is.
bad
I would love
we
for
didn't bring our guitars for the
we
guitar
did.
solo.
We did. I would love for all of you guys to let us know what other artists y'all would like for us to sit with.
This is
they
gonna be
gotta
a hard
friends.
act to follow, y'all.
I
I
ain't
don't
gonna hold
know.
you.
I don't
But they
know
gotta
about
be
that
people
one.
we know because we are only fucking with friends with benefits. That is it. So LA, you are unknowingly a now friend with benefits.
And the benefit of knowing you is that we didn't have to pay you for this appearance.
These are facts.
I'm happy we got you while you were free 99 because he's about to blow up and then it's gonna be different. It's gonna change.
Yes.
It's gonna change.
We hope that you guys enjoyed this freshly squeezed.
And make sure you check
bonus.
out Aura 3. Make sure you listen to Aura 3, stream, download, purchase, preferably because streaming is kind of trash. You about to play your own shit?
I've been playing your music the whole time, baby. Oh, wait.
No, you weren't.
Wait. Oh, wait, you got it? Hold on. Before we get out of here.
it?
No, he got it. Please play it.
I'm not
let's
playing.
go.
I'm
No,
not
let's
playing.
go.
Nah, it's
Just
over.
put it up to
It's
the
a
mic.
wrap. Nah,
Put
it's
it up
over.
to the
Not
mic.
even the background.
Hey, y'all
Don't
have
play
a good
it.
night. We love y'all.
LA,
Drink
LA,
responsibly.
put it up
No
to the
dry
mic.
gin, no dry wine. Make sure y'all get that new shit.
Let me go kill that
Damn,
bug.
not you shitting on us. Can you, not you shitting on us. Play it. Where you gotta play it? No, you gotta play it. LA, no, keep it recording. LA, just put it up to the mic.
It's so bad.
Put it up to the mic. This is how we gotta get out of here.
No.
Please.
I'm sorry. That's all you're
That
getting.
doesn't sound
That's all
bad.
you're getting.
That
That's all you're
doesn't
getting.
sound bad.
That's all you're getting.
All right, guys.
Man.
Thank y'all for checking out Bridget and I. See, the thing is, don't get hip.
Freshly squeezed, yeah.
We got clouds on the
Yeah,
ceiling.
baby.
What you got?
All right. Bye, y'all. Yeah.
We're out.